Dan, thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to have this chat with you. So, can we start off? Can you tell everyone who you are and what is your wedding business?
So my name's John LaFollette. I run JL Entertainment, and I am a DJ entertainer in the U.S. in Massachusetts.
Amazing. And how long have you been in the wedding industry?
I played my first wedding in 1989,
Okay.
so it goes back quite a ways.
And
Using
and
music vinyl back then.
and how did you get into the wedding industry? How did this become part of your life?
So when I was in college, I was involved with the college radio station. I went on. I did some professional radio, little stint in Boston, then I moved back in Western Mass where I am now. Uh, and I just you know, I was at a wedding and I said, I can do this. So I kind of put the word out and I think the first one I did, I believe, was a relative of somebody that I knew. So that's kind of how I got my foot in the door and just kind of went from there.
And what's your favorite thing about weddings and dealing with our couples or on the day? What's your favorite piece or part of it?
Oh wow. I think just seeing how much fun and being part of being able to create that for them and making sure, when they're having fun, then I know I'm doing my job and I'm doing it right. They are, just meeting with them beforehand, and some are so excited and nervous, some are kind of, whatever, but it's just being able to bring them and bring that extra to them to make their day extra special is really what I look for.
And I think, with our industry, with wedding pros, a lot of wedding professionals are creative, whether that be in the decor or flowers or the music. What about the business side of it? Has that come easily to you, or has that ever been challenging in terms of the actual business and the marketing side?
Oh, I think this interview's over. A business person, I am not.
Okay.
If I could have afforded to hire somebody to do all the business stuff, that would have been great. Um, it has been a challenge. There's
Yeah.
always challenges. Way back when, the challenge, of course, was finding there was no internet. There
No.
was no, you know, computer, so you had to do print ads or word of mouth, or you really had to get out to different places. But in reverse, if you didn't know where to go to find information about where you could go and put yourself out and expose yourself, then so it was hard. It was difficult back then. How it's changed now with the internet now is just really um, it's just now it's snowballed. So you're trying to keep up with that snowball, and it's like a race, and you're always running and trying to keep ahead of things and doing this and putting out this fire, but
Mm.
starting something over here, and it can get crazy.
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
many wedding pros listening to this conversation will resonate with that, right? They love the thing they do in the wedding industry, but that wedding marketing piece of it is challenging. What's the best piece of advice that you've heard or that you've learned by doing that you might share with any wedding pros listening when it comes to the business side?
Um, just take your time and just kind of uh, do what feels right. Don't don't. I've heard a billion different things, and this person does this, do it this way, do this. Do what's right for you. Do what you feel is right for you. If it doesn't sit well with you, that'll show through to your client, and you're not going to, it's going to affect that. So if it's right to you, you'll know. And I think that's been the biggest piece. If it's right, you'll know, and just do what's right for you.
And who's inspired you in your wedding industry journey?
Oh wow. Um, gosh. Uh, I didn't know. There's, I was a few years in, and married into a large family, but one of my brothers-in-law wanted to get in, so I kind of showed him the ropes. And so he started his own business. I was still kind of doing it on the side. Um, but he ended up going full time. So I worked with him for a while. Um, but there's another gentleman that's celebrating 45 years that I've known for a long time. And so just these guys that are been in the industry almost as long as me or longer than me, um, just being able to last that long, it's always good. But I think what keeps me going too is just it's the couples and the happiness and the weddings and all that. It's the fun stuff. I love it. I mean, it's
Do you love that text you get the next day where they say, "Oh, you made the wedding, we couldn't have done it without you"? I always find it's that one little message afterwards that we all live for.
yes. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like, and it doesn't even have to be, it can just be, thank you so much. And it's like, yes, that's it. I did it.
Yeah. And so if there are wedding professionals right now listening to our conversation, and they are, maybe they're a few years into their business, is there anything you'd say to them in terms of the mindset that it takes to keep going when maybe things are a bit challenging or a bit hard? Like, how have you found that? Because you've obviously had the staying power to keep going.
Yeah. So I always go back to the the pre-COVID era, right?
Mm.
So I was I was busy, I was doing things, and then the shutdown, and I sat back and I said, well, I'm getting older, and I'm not ancient by any means, but it's like, do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to pursue it? So, um, getting near the end of the pandemic, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I am. So I kind of rebranded, and I took a step back and looked at everything, and just kind of started going. And I think it's no matter how hard it gets, um, even if you move this much, this much is progress. And I always say progress, not perfection in TNL, one of my favorite things. And there are days that, you know what, you get knocked down and you fall back, and maybe, one step forward, three steps back, they say. But as long as you keep that little bit and keep moving forward as much as you can, even though it can be incredibly hard to do.
Yeah.
And I am one to, I'll make excuses for myself all day. I have a book like this big, and it is, yeah. So it's just the perseverance, and just keep going, because like I said before, if you do what's right for you, you'll know, and it'll pay off in the end.
And John, you mentioned TNL there. You're obviously part of our inner circle, the next level. If there's a wedding pro that's been looking at joining us, thinking about it, what would you say to them? What might they get out of joining us?
I think the biggest thing for me now, I've been, I think just over 2 years, a little over 2 years now. It goes by so fast. Just the community alone is worth it. You can, I'll post something, and I'll get 15 responses right away. And then over the course of a week, I'll have all these responses. And the thing is, it's everybody has a little different perspective, because everybody's experience is a little bit different. So you can take all that and put together, and it's amazing. Everybody's supportive. There's no negative Nellies. It's really a positive atmosphere. And it's really, when I've had some struggles, and I do,
Sure.
it's, I'll just flip over to the page, and just scroll through the comments, and look, and just pick up nuggets. And yeah, it's been great. So definitely, if you're thinking about it, jump in the pool, because the water's nice.
And do you work on your own? Do you have a team, or is it you yourself and
Yeah, so I'm sole proprietor.
Yeah.
But through TNL, I've learned a little bit of stuff and some local marketing. I have a good local network of people that I built. So if I need something, I can call someone, get something, or I just actually just got a referral job from another company that called me last night. So just like that exchange stuff and building, and TNL's helped because that interaction now, local professionals and vendors, and it's a lot easier for me because that was always something that I struggle with.
And I don't think you're alone in that, right? Like, again, with a lot of wedding pros, they love that thing they do, but then having to make all of those connections and go I think even that word networking is kind of annoying, right? Like, I don't mind making friends, but I don't want to do networking. If talking of which, if there are wedding pros listening and they would love to connect with you, maybe they're in your area, maybe they're just keen to expand their network, what platforms are you on and where can people find you?
So right now I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
Okay, and what's your name on Facebook and Instagram? Is it under the
So I do DJ John Lav is my Instagram handle. And Facebook also, it works too. So
Lovely. And are
um
you open if people have questions or they want to connect with you and they're in the wedding industry? Are you open to them sending you a message and kind of building more connections that way?
oh, absolutely. Yeah. If I can offer any nugget of insight to anybody, absolutely.
Lovely.
I'm still learning after 30 some odd years. I'm still learning. And these last few years have been huge learning, which has been awesome.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, John, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your story with me today.
Well, thank you for
It's been
having
an
me.
absolute pleasure to chat. And guys, if you've listened to this conversation, go and find John, connect with him on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.